Lurking through the glass window of the antique shop, Margaret spotted a mysterious shiny box. The salesman explained to Margaret and her mother that the box was a vintage music box that was used by a woman who lived in the 17th century. The music box was a fade golden shade, which also had a ballerina in the middle of it. Every time the ballerina twirled around the circles, a soft piano tune played. After begging her mum to buy it for her, Margaret took the music box home and immediately began twirling the ballerina around to hear the sweet melody of the piano sound. Every day for 2 weeks, Margaret constantly listened to the music played by the music box, whether it be going to sleep or studying and doing homework in her bedroom. As days passed, Margaret became more and more annoyed with the tune being played by the music box, so she closed the lid and placed it at the back of her wardrobe. For days, Margaret had the piano music stuck in her head, even after putting it away, and was so annoyed that the melody was all she could think of. Her and her friends decided to smash it on that Friday after school. The date of that Friday was the 13th, but Margaret did not care because all she wanted to do was get rid of it. Smashing the music box into small pieces, she was sure she would never see it again. That was until she looked in her wardrobe the next morning. Margaret went to school and told her friends about how the music box reappeared in her wardrobe, and they were all convinced that something was very wrong, as if the music box had been possessed. They were all scared and worried as to how it fixed itself and got back in Margaret's room. As the final school bell rang to say school was over, Margaret and her friends rushed back to Margaret's house and began digging through her closet to find the music box. But all they found was a note that read, "You cannot destroy me, but I can make you all disappear." All 5 girls huddled in a bunch and were scared for their lives. That is when the door slammed shut and locked behind them, with the ballerina from the music box stabbed right in the middle of the door. They all tried to open the door, but there was no way they were able to unlock it. The girls began yelling and banging on the door for help, but they were trapped like prisoners in a cell. Out of nowhere, the sound from the music box began playing on repeat, and blood started to slowly drip off the cracks of the wall. With Margaret's mum nowhere to be seen, the only option left was to try capture the neighbours' attention to call the police. After the police were called, the 5 girls waited. Margaret spotted the music box covered in her clothes on her desk. Looking over her shoulder, a strange red mist started to come out of the sides of the music box. The mist spread to the corners of the room, covering the floors and walls, making it the devil's playpen. By the time the mist covered the whole room, Margaret's soul had been taken out of her, and the whole room fell silent. Screams by the other friends were heard as the mist suffocated them by the unusual poisons and toxins surrounding them. As the mist disappeared and the police had finally arrived, there was nothing left but a broken music box, Margaret, and the trail of cold bodies.